I do, buckaroos. How the heck are you? So I've got one I just found. Doulans Irish with blended Irish whiskey, product of Ireland. Well, here's the problem with this, and I haven't drank it yet. I'm trying to read this real quick so I can't get to drinking it. A beautiful, light, and delicate blend of Irish whiskeys, triple distilled and matured in oak cask. Now, most Irish are triple distilled, but not all. This recipe captures the pleasant and approachable characteristics of an Irish whiskey: soft, slightly toffee sweet, gently floral, and subtly oaky. That pretty much describes almost every blended Irish whiskey for the most part. This whiskey elegantly coats the palate, a fine display of traditional Irish craft and a truly fantastic whiskey. Imported by Rebel Spirits, Gardena, California. Here's the issue. If I could read just a little bit from the front. Now it says produced in Ireland. Triple distilled, Doulans blended Irish, product of Ireland. 80 proof, but it doesn't say who distills it. So here's what I'm guessing, although I don't know this for a fact, although the bottle is eerily similar to the old Michael Collins, I believe, was discontinued. But that was only double distilled. I lost my train of thought there, but let me get back to the station. My thoughts are it's probably one of those private labels, that many big box stores use for their own line of craft beers or whiskeys, which is kind of what I'm guessing this is here. Maybe some of my Irish friends might know where this is sold. I haven't seen it at any box stores here other than that one I just found it today on a clearance rack, because it wasn't there before it was clearance. So I'm wondering, somebody bought a shipment of something and sent it to the store. But it was only, here's why I bought it. Knowing all that information I just told you, is that it was only $10. So I figured, how bad it could it be for $10? So I've got some on the rocks, and I've got some meat. I'm going to drink the rocks first, because I don't want much more water to melt in there. But I do have some. I got 1.5 ounces each. But I want to check the aromas neat before I delve into the rocks there. I'm getting a lot of warm toffee on the nose, actually. Certainly get some vanilla and oak, as you might expect. The nose is more muted on the rocks, but it's very similar. All right. I have some Bushmills left, so I'm going to do a side-by-side rocks and a side-by-side neat. But I do want to try it by itself first. It's not the most nuanced Irish whiskey I've ever had. And quite frankly, would I ever pay $20 for it? Probably not. But at $10, it's probably a steal. I ought to go back and buy another one and try to age it in some of my own oak chips and see what I can develop with it, to be honest with you. At only $10. But having not had it before, I thought I'd try it by one bottle. And I was about broke. I'll get paid tomorrow. And I may buy some more if they've got any left by tomorrow. Almost honey-like aroma on the nose as far as the sweetness. It is pleasantly sweet. Like I said, it's not the most nuanced whiskey I've ever had. As much as Scotch drinkers don't like you using this word, it is smooth. It is, and I think what most whiskey drinkers say when they mean smooth, because I got this very long description of what smooth means to Scotch drinkers, which has never crossed my mind as an Irish whiskey and bourbon drinker. What smooth means is it didn't make you. That's what smooth means to a non-pretentious person. It just means that it didn't make you. It means it was easy to drink. Yeah, it's not harsh in any way. There's no real alcohol burn. Like I said, it's just not the most nuanced I've ever had. But it is rather easy drinking. Again, at $10, you wouldn't be afraid to do anything with it, right? I mean, $10 a bottle. I mean, you throw it some Irish coffee. It'd be brilliant, some Irish coffee. highball it. I don't give a rat's ass. It was $10 a bottle. Yeah, I don't know who puts this together, to be honest with you. I mean, there's only a couple distilleries now. There's 2 or 3, who knows, doing 100 different brand names. You know, it's all about printing a label these days. So that's basically my guess, is that it's some box store's private label that they use for their blended Irish whiskey. As far as a blended Irish, there's really nothing wrong with it, and it's certainly worth $10 a bottle. So there you go. Yeah, it's not bad at all. Like I said, it's not harsh in any way. Get a little honey. What do they mention here again? Characteristics of an Irish whiskey: soft, toffee, sweet. Yeah, it is very sweet. My background just changed on you. See, so toffee, sweet, subtly oaky. Oak is very subtle. It's a tad grainy, I'm going to add. I mean, you can tell it's not a high-dollar Irish, I'm going to be honest with you. But again, it was $10. I don't know what full retail on this would be. Would I pay $25? Absolutely not. Would I pay $20? Probably not. Would I consider $14.98? Absolutely. At $10, yeah, it's a definite buy. Yeah, if by the time I get home from work tomorrow, whoa, easy, I'm not going to hit my table. By the time I get home from work tomorrow, get my check cash, if they have any left, yeah, I'm going to buy some more. Absolutely. All right, let's put that rocks glass down. Let's pick her up neat in my Glenfarclas glass here. The nose is a little more fuller would be the best way to say that. Neat, which isn't a surprise. I'll get more of those floral notes that they talk about. Neat. Really didn't get any of it on the rocks. Oak is still very light. Dominant aromas are the toffee sweet that they talk about. Almost getting some butterscotch-like aroma as well. Again, I mean, you know, to irritate my Scotch drinking friends. Shit, I'm going to get kicked out of that group, man. But I keep saying things until they kick me. Now, there's some great people in that group, and they talk about a lot of good things, which is why I'm in there. But sometimes it just gets crazy pretentious, man. It's a group mostly for malt Scotch, but it's not. They don't have it labeled as just Scotch. It says malt whiskeys. So I posted other, you know, single malt Irish whiskeys and other whiskeys, but they have certain things. They don't like the word smooth. Has something to do with the peat, this and that. Now, not being someone who drinks a lot of Scotch, I had no idea. As someone who just drank a lot of bourbon this time, smooth means something completely different. But, I mean, there's no burn. Obviously, you saw me make no face when taking a drink. It isn't harsh. It is very easy to drink. So when a non-pretentious Scotch drinker says smooth, that's all they're talking about, folks. It shouldn't be the only descriptor. I will agree with that. You shouldn't say, oh, that's smooth, and walk away from the conversation. But, you know, smooth isn't a one-dimensional word that only fits for, you know, single malt Scotch whiskeys. That's what I'm going to say about that. I will say that the texture is pleasant, right? It's kind of got this velvet, silky kind of feel. That is very pleasant. Again, I had it on the rocks here. Even neat. It has a little more dimension, but it's still not incredibly nuanced. Which is why I like to use the word smooth. As I said, it's smooth rather than complex. It's not a complex whiskey. It's easy to drink, hence I'll use smooth. Anyways, but yeah, there is some toffee-like sweetness. Yeah, I mean, is it the best blended Irish whiskey I've ever had? Honest to golly, no. Is it the best $10 Irish whiskey I ever purchased? Yes. Yeah, ain't bad. What the hell? I mean, hell, I'm kind of tired and cold, and it's been a long ass day, and fall has come upon us fast. It's getting a little chilly. I doubt if I'll make coffee this late because I don't want to be up all night, but thinking about having some cocoa and dropping a shot in here. It was only $10 a bottle, man. But yeah, I hope they have some left. I'll go back and get another bottle, and I'm gonna throw some on some of those oak chips that I have up there, and try to play with the flavors myself. So there you go. Yeah, I've got some. I've got a little bit of Bushmills left, so I'm going to do a side by side with those two. So, excuse me. I am Tom the Whiskey Whisperer tonight. Prolific whiskey drinker, whiskey evangelist, purveyor of wisdom, and not bad at all. All around good guy. I was thinking there for a second. I was trying to decipher one more flavor there. That'll take the last drink here. If any of my friends have heard of this whiskey, I'd like for somebody to tell me about it. Let me see if I can get that label where you can actually read it. Doulans. I've never seen it before, and I tried to look up some info online, and not a damn thing. Not a damn thing shaking, man. Not a damn thing. Anyway, I'll talk to you later.